The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, show number 753. Welcome to the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast, helping you celebrate Celtic culture through music. I am Mark Gunn. I am a Celtic musician and also host of Pub Songs and Stories. Every song is a story. Every episode is a toast to Celtic and folk songwriters to discover the stories from the songs from the heart of the Celtic pub scene every month. This podcast is for fans of Celtic music. We are here to build a diverse Celtic community and help the incredible artists who so generously share their music with you. If you hear music you love, please email the artists, let them know you heard them on the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast. These musicians are not part of some corporation. They are small indie groups that rely on people just like you to support their music so they can keep creating it. Please show your generosity, buy a CD, album, pen, digital download, or join their community on Patreon. You can find a link to all the artists in the show notes along with show times when you visit our website at CelticMusicPodcast.com. Now, you might be able to hear that my voice sounds like crap. Still, I got sick a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Oh my God, this cough is still lingering. So my apologies certainly to my engineer, Mitchell. Thank you for putting up with the constant coughs that are going to happen throughout this episode in order to be able to get me to speak so that you can actually understand what I have to say. The Spring Celtic Challenge is officially underway. It started yesterday, April 1st. And if you haven't jumped in yet, today is the perfect day to start. 30 days, 3 simple things. First, walk for 20 minutes every day. That's it. Just get outside. If you need a mask like I do, wear one. Second, while you're walking, put on the Irish and Celtic Music podcast. Let the music carry you. And third, pick up one piece of trash along the way. Just one every day. That's the whole challenge. Walk, listen, pick up one piece of trash. Small actions, but 30 days of small actions. That adds up to something real, something you can actually feel. You've got 29 days ahead of you. Let's make them count. And bring a friend. The more people walking, listening, and cleaning up the world, the better. If you're in, let me know. Send an email to follow@bestcelticmusic.net. I'd love to hear from you. The new single for May Will Bloom is officially out. If you enjoy the music of my daughter and myself, I'd love it if you'd support us. You can go buy our music on Bandcamp, stream it on all the streaming sites, download it on the download sites, or head on over to maywillbloom.com to find out more. We kicked off the show with the Bow Tides. That was Dulcie's Delight from their album Sailing On. Next up is Olivia Barrett with The Mountain Blessing and The Secret Elsewhere from her album Elsewhere.
the clear moonlight. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode it a row. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode it. Well, first she washed and then she squeezed them. And then she hung them out to dry. And then she folded up her arm, saying, what a nice young girl am I. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode it a row. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode it. Going to the well for a pail of water, fetching it home for to make some tea. Well, she fell under, I fell over, all the game was above her knee. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode it a row. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode it. Well, madam, I will tie your garter, oh, I'll tie it above your knee. Or if you want, I'll tie it farther. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode it. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode it a row. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode it. Have you ever heard of cups and saucers rattling in an old tin can? Have you ever heard of a fair young maiden married to an ugly grey old man? Madam, mama, darling, and I rode to the road. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode a blue. It is a lovely colour until it gets a second dip. Well, that's the way with the old man courting. You'll never know till he gets those fits. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode to the road. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode. Madam, you got gold and silver. Oh, madam, you have tracts of land. Madam, you have ships on the ocean. All you need is a fine young man. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode to the road. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode it. Madam, mama, darling, and I rode to the road. Madam, mama,
every good thing ends, and for now we ought already be homebound. But before we rise and part, let me say straight from the heart, it was good to see each one of you around. All the joys we shared, all the jokes we dared, all the boldness we had discussed in vain, all the tunes we got on wrong, all the songs we sang along, all this will assure we soon will meet again. We will sing and cheer, share a well-brewed beer when again in the evening we meet. And again it will get late, but even Tim might last past 8, just before the crater knocks him off his feet. And maybe Danny could find the hardihood to return that fair barmaiden's wink, while John Barleycorn will budge to raid Irish over Scotch, and the rest of us will just enjoy the drink. All the joys we shared, all the jokes we dared, all the boldness we had discussed in vain, all the tunes we got all wrong, all the songs we sang along, all this will assure we soon will meet again. And we will discuss over a whiskey glass what the meaning of mature may be, what old Homer would debate on the charming Bloomsday date, and why some of us should rather just drink tea. And there'll be a time, well, for old lang syne, like the time that we have reached at last. We ring the old triangle out and then hit the rocky road, which the rare old tune within the parting class. All the joys we shared, all the jokes we dared, all the boldness we had discussed in vain, all the tunes we got all wrong, all the songs we sang along, all this will assure we soon will meet again. All the joys we shared, all the jokes we dared, all the boldness we had discussed in vain, all the tunes we got all wrong, all the songs we sang along, all this will assure we soon will meet again. All this will assure we soon will meet again. All this will assure we soon will meet again.
After Olivia Barrett came the Haar with Madam Mama Darlin from The Lost Day, their latest EP. Then Tarren with Danny Bont from Outside Time, and we finish off the set with All the Joys by the Munster Men from Tasting the Waters. I want your feedback. What are you doing today while listening to the podcast? You can send a written comment along with a picture of what you're doing while listening. If you're out on one of those spring Celtic challenges, send a picture. You can also send audio recordings. Send it all to follow@bestcelticmusic.net. I'm going to leave off the feedback today because I'm struggling really bad to talk today. So we're going to continue on with the music, but send some feedback. I have a lot that's piling up, but I'd like a lot more. Send it to follow@bestcelticmusic.net. Wolf Loescher is up next with Dark Lochnagar from Child of Alba.
Away, ye grey landscapes, ye gardens of roses, in you let the minions of luxury roam, and restore me the rocks where the snowflake reposes, if still they are sacred to freedom and love. Brave Caledonia, dear are thy mountains, round their white summits though elements war. Though cataracts roar, instead of smooth flowing fountains, I sigh for the valley of dark Lochnagar. I'll dare my young footsteps, and in fancy wandered. My cap was the bonnet, my cloak was a blade. On chieftains departed, my memory lingered, as daily I strayed through the pine-covered glade. I sought not my home till the days die in glory, gave place to the rays of the bright polar star. My fancy was cheered by the bold martial story, as told by the sons of dark Lochnagar. Years have rolled on, Lochnagar, since I left you. Years must roll on ere I see you again. Though nature averred you and flowers bereft you, yet still art thou dearer than Albion's plain. England, thy beauties are tame and domestic, to one who has roved on the mountains afar. Oh, for the crags that are wild and majestic, the steep frowning glories of dark Lochnagar. Ill-starred now the brave, did no vision foreboding tell you that fate had forsaken our cause. Yet were you destined to die at Culloden, though victory crowned not your fall with applause. Yet were you happy in death's earthly slumber, to sleep with your clans in the caves of Brasil. The peep rock resounds, to the piper's loud number, your deeds on the echoes of dark Lochnagar. Your deeds on the echoes of dark Lochnagar. Your deeds on the echoes of dark Lochnagar. Brave Caledonia, dear are thy mountains. I sigh for the valley of dark Lochnagar.
the shady leafy banks. Sing a song when you're blue, let the sun shine through. Say hello to Paddy, sitting on the bench where the lovers kiss on the canal gates. And now the bikes go by in 10s and 33s, and at the lights the green man's flash dancing will hold your own as you cross through the bike belay where the boatman is cleaning out the dirty bins. And roudalum a doodalum a skillery idle and died. Roudalum a doodalum a skillery idle. Well, quick your step along graffiti boardwalk on and on under the weeping willow, and see the office folk with their lunch in the sun. And I've not yet had my breakfast. And roudalum a doodalum a skillery idle and died. Roudalum a doodalum a skillery idle. Now me tongue goes wrong, me head still dumb-a-dum. Time to turn at the empty Garda station and hit for home past Luther's lovely little church, passing the poor one-eyed people. And roudalum a doodalum a skillery idle and died. Roudalum a doodalum a skillery idle. Roudalum a doodalum a skillery idle.
Search of the window with candle bright of a lady who signals to spend the night with the rogue known as Blackjack Davy. He whisks her off on the back of his steed. She's thrilled by his power, his strength and speed. Heart and soul she'd give if he felt her need to be had by the Blackjack Davy. He sings, I'm Blackjack Davy, the fastest rogue around. I am cursed by a red-haired girl who will lay me in the cold hard ground. He smells like a cat when his deed is done. She whispers to him, you are bested by none. But the night is shattered just before the sun by the cry of the Blackjack's lady. How'd she find me here? This is through his teeth as he quickly gets dressed and springs to his feet. Cause he knows a sword can never be beat. It's the blade of the Blackjack's lady. She cries, oh Blackjack Davy, turn that steed around. He says I would be crazy for you, would lay me in the cold hard ground. Nightfall, then he is up and away. The ancient ones will then hear him pray, keep me safe from the Blackjack's lady. And he rides his steed in the dead of the night, in search of that window with candle bright of another lady who would spend the night with the rogue known as Blackjack Davy, singing, I'm Blackjack Davy, the fastest rogue around. And I am cursed by a red-haired girl in the cold hard ground. I'm Blackjack Davy, the bestest rogue around. I swear that red-haired girl will not catch me or lay me in the cold hard ground.
After Wolf Loescher came Arise and Go. They have a brand new album out. It's called Moments of Light. That was Bonnie Ellen Owen, Samuel the Weaver, Pat and Owls, and Chloe's Passion. And then came Enda Reilly with Canal Bank Hangover Walk from High Brasil. And we finish off the set with A Rogue's Return by Alexander James Adams from UnSeelie Self. Thank you, patrons of the podcast. Spring is here, as you can hear in my voice. The world is waking up, and so is the Celtic music community, thanks to you. Because of generous patrons like you, the Irish and Celtic Music Podcast keeps growing. New episodes every week, new artists discovered, new listeners finding their way to this music they don't even know they needed. Your support pays for everything that makes this show what it is. Audio engineering, graphics, weekly issues of the Celtic Music Magazine, show promotion, and buying music directly from the independent Celtic artists we feature. Each contribution plants a seed, and if you're not yet a patron, spring is the perfect time to start. Patrons get early access to episodes, music-only editions, free MP3 downloads, exclusive stories and artist interviews, and a vote in the Celtic Top 20. Small support, real impact, and the satisfaction of knowing you help keep this music alive, independent, and growing. Head to songhenge.com to join us today. 3 simple steps and you're in. Number 1, go to songhenge.com. Number 2, choose your support level, $4, $12, $25. Number 3, become part of something that matters. The Celtic music community is blooming this spring. Come join us. A special thanks to our Celtic legends, Fuzzy, Dave and Rosie Donnelly, Rick Boyce, Bruce, Daniel Ide, Brian McReynolds, Marty Myers, Alan Schindler, Margareta Silverstone, Emma Bartholomew, Dan McDade, Jeff A., Gerald F. Boyle, Miranda Nelson, Nancy Barnett, Gary R. Hook, Linda McNeil, Kelly Garrett, Mike Schock, and Sean Kelly. Thank you so much for your generosity. And if you want to join me on a Celtic Invasion vacation, small groups where we explore the culture and history and legends of a region, go to CelticInvasion.com. Got a new artist who submitted to the podcast. This is Griffin. He has an EP out called Honeycomb, and this is the title track.
In spring, you've been delivered into the human race, condemned to leave the womb behind. Your spirit has no trace. The world around astounds you. You hardly can contain. Out of the void of peace, what could alleviate your pain? The honeycomb. The honeycomb. Absorbing rays of summer sun, rejoicing days of youth. The path you take will surely lead you further from the truth. Its many charms appeal to you, its pulling force is strong. Soon enough you'll find yourself just wishing to belong. The honeycomb. Connection we do have with honeycomb. The city lights and quick delights can make you feel at home. Alluring sights on every side as far as you can see, but deep inside the buzzing behind, we can't be free. Get wiser around the coming fall. You'll understand the honeycomb is not your friend at all. Betrays your intuition, reformulates your shape. You'll build a team and plan a scheme on how you should escape the honeycomb. Come winter you'll have realized if you've been treated well, no one has fled the honeycomb and left enough to tell. Don't bend your head in sorrow, your worries cast aside. The only way to save the day is planting seeds inside the honeycomb. The honeycomb. Peculiar connection we do have with honeycomb. The city lights and quick delights can make you feel at home. on every side as far as you can see. But deep inside the buzzing beehive, we can't be free. We can't be free. Peculiar connection we do have with Honeycomb. Peculiar connection we do have with Honeycomb. Peculiar connection we do have with Honeycomb. Peculiar connection we do have with Honeycomb.
Bonnie boat, like a bird on the wind, onward the sailors cry. Carry the land that is born to be king, over the sea to sky. Loud the winds howl, loud the waves roar, thunder clouds rend the air. Baffled our foes stand by the shore, follow they will not dare. Speed bonnie boat, like a bird on the wind, onward the sailors cry. Carry the land that is born to be king, over the sea to sky. Through the waves lead, so soft shall ye sleep, ocean's a royal bed. Rocked in the deep, Flora will keep watch by your weary head. Many the lad fought on that day, well the claymore could will. When the night came, silent they lay, dead on Culloden's vale. Speed bonnie boat, like a bird on the wind, onward the sailors cry. Carry the that is born to be king over the sea to sky. Then are their homes, exile and death, scattered the loyal men. Yet the sun, cool in the sheet, jolly will come again. Speed, bonny boat, like a bird on the wing, onward the sailors fly. Carry the land that is born to be king over the sea to sky.
Have you heard about the big strong man? He lives in a caravan. Have you heard about the Jeffrey John's fight? Oh, what a hell of a fight. You can take all the heavyweights you got. We got a lad who can bring the whole lot. He used to ring the bell when the bell frees. Now he's gonna fight Jack Dempsey. 'Twas me brother Sylvester.
What's he got?
A row of 40 medals on his chest.
Big chest.
Killed 50 bad men in the West.
He knew no rest. Think of a man, hell's fire, don't push, just shove. Plenty of room for you, and he's got an arm like a leg, like a leg.
And a punch that would sink a battleship.
Big ship takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up Sylvester.
He thought he'd take a trip to Italy. He thought that he'd go by sea. Stepped up the harbor in New York. Swam like a great big shark. He saw the Lusitania in distress. Put the Lusitania on his chest.
Big chest.
Drank all the water in the sea.
And he walked all the way to Italy. All's me brother Sylvester. What's he got?
A row of 40 medals on his chest.
Big chest.
Killed 50 bad men in the West.
He knew no rest. Think of a man, hell's fire, don't push, just shove. Plenty of room for you, and he's got an arm like a leg, like a leg.
And a punch that would sink a battleship.
Big ship takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up Sylvester.
He thought he'd take a trip to old Japan. They brought out the big brass band. Played every instrument they got. What a lad, he played the whole lot. The old church bell will ring. The old church choir will sing. They all came out to say farewell to me brother Sylvester.
'Twas me brother Sylvester. What's he got?
A row of 40 medals on his chest.
Big chest.
Killed 50 bad men in the West.
He knew no rest. Think of a man, hell's fire, don't push, just shove. Plenty of room for you, and he's got an arm like a leg, like a leg.
And a punch that would sink a battleship.
Big ship takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up Sylvester. It takes all the army and the navy to put the wind up Sylvester.
Man Ferry, John St. Pete.
Oh, the little boats are gone from the rest of Liffey, and the ferrymen are stranded on the quay. The Dublin docks are dying, and a way of life is gone. Molly, it was part of you and me. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. 'Twas the only job I knew. It was hard but never lonely. The Liffey ferry made a man of me. Now it's gone without a whisper, forgotten even now. Sure, it's over, Molly, over, can't you see? Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. Well, now I'll tend the yard, and I'll spend my days in talking. I'll hear them whisper, Charlie's on the door. But Molly was still living, and darling was still young, and the river never owned me heart and soul. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. Where the strawberry beds sweep down to the Liffey, you'll kiss away the worries from my brow. I love you well today, and I love you more tomorrow. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now. If you ever love me, Molly, love me now.
After Griffin came Highlander Celtic rock band Australia with Skye boat song from Start the Fire. Then Clover's Revenge with Big Strong Man from Truants and Absolution. And we finish off the set with The Ferryman by The Leftovers from their album Heart of Buffalo. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And if you did, again, vote in the Celtic Top 20. This is our way of finding the best music of the year. It involves getting you involved. And I hope you will head on over, follow the link in the show notes at CelticMusicPodcast.com to cast your vote. You have 3 weeks to vote, and we're going to finish up the set with CaliCeltic. They have a new album out. It's called West of Shannon. This is Leaving Athlone. Thank you so much for being here, for singing with me, for tapping your toes with me. I really appreciate your generosity. And I'll be back again next week. Sláinte.
Watching the light on the river Shannon from the walk along the strand. The traffic in town might be a mess, but the people here are grand. And if you're on the Shanksmere, you'll have no trouble getting round. The pubs are close enough together here in Athlone town. It was years ago I moved here with my first wife, and it was the place that we first started up our life. But it wasn't where I was born yet, so I'll throw away my Dunstores card, get a place with a proper backyard, and move to California. All the sessions are the like you've never seen. The amount of talent in the town, it borders on obscene. From the shack out to Shine's bar, Sean's over to Flans. Every other person in the pub has an instrument in their hands. And it was years ago I moved here with my first wife. It was the place we first started up our life, but it wasn't where I was born yet. And so I'll throw away my Dunn Stores card, get a place with a proper backyard and move to California. And it breaks my heart to leave it, but in truth I'll never go. I've too many hours spent watching Shannon waters flow. I came up in San Francisco, it's where I've made my home, but I left my heart here in Athlone. It was years ago I moved here with my first wife, and it was the place we first started up our lives, but it wasn't where I was born yet. So I'll throw away my Dunn Stores card, get a place with a proper backyard and move to California. It was years ago I moved here with my first wife, and it was the place we first started up our lives, but it wasn't where we were born yet. Oh, here I go far away all wrong, but you know I'll leave my heart here in Athlone. But when I move to California, yeah, off I go to California. Here I go to California.
Support for this program comes from John Sharkey White II. Support for this program comes from international speaker Joseph Dumond, teaching the ancient roots of the Gaelic people. Learn more about their origins at sightedmoon.com. Support for this program comes from Cascadia Cross-Border Law Group, creating transparent borders for more than 25 years, serving Alaska and the world. Find out more at cascadialawalaska.com. Support for this program comes from Hank Woodward. Support for this program comes from Dr. Annie Lurkowski of Centennial Animal Hospital in Corona, California. The Irish and Celtic Music Podcast is produced by Mark Gunn, the Celt Father, and our patrons on Patreon. The show is edited by Mitchell Peterson with graphics by Miranda Nelson Designs. Visit our website to follow the show. You'll find a link to all the artists played in this episode. Todd Wiley is the editor of the Celtic Music Magazine. Subscribe to get 34 Celtic MP3s for free. Plus, you'll get 7 weekly news items about what's happening with Celtic music and culture online. Best of all, you will connect with your Celtic heritage. Please tell one friend about this podcast. Word of mouth is the absolute best way to support any creative endeavor. Spring is a good time to think about the energy we put into the world. The Celtic lands we love, Ireland, Scotland, the windswept coasts and green hills, they're worth protecting. So are the ones right outside your door. Small choices add up. Switch to a renewable energy provider if you can. Walk outside this April. Pick up one piece of trash. None of it is hard. All of it matters. The same spirit that carries Celtic music forward, community, resilience, and love of the land, is the same spirit that keeps this planet alive. Let's carry that forward. Promote Celtic culture through music at CelticMusicPodcast.com.